CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the three, the small forward. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Outside for Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. The pass to George. Clock at 6. And that one, good. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position. A rare offensive rebound for Reggie Jackson, but he knows what to do with it once he gets it.
McCollum with the ball. Kicks it to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Pass to George. Inside, outside for Batum. Passes it to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. From deep, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5 points so far.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Pass to Jones. Back to Lillard. Shot on the wing. Green for 2 points. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now here's Leonard. And the shot is good.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's Batum, following the score by Damian Lillard. Batum passes to Zubac. Back to Batum. Now the pass to Zubac. Portland trailing here. Jones finds McCollum. Covington with it. Over to the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Over Jackson. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Lillard again missing. Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And that one's good. George. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jackson against Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Jackson. "19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Just 3 to shoot. And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard from outside. And it's Lillard again missing. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. From Portland. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, they've got Batum. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Man passes to Leonard. Down low. Clippers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. And Cantor pulls it down.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Foul for 3. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Rondo. Here's Man. Back to Rondo. Up top, Batum. Covered by Anthony. Kicks it out to Leonard. With the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. McCollum feeling it out a bit with his first shot attempt, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now here's Batum, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Powell pulls it in. And for Portland, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Anthony trying to get open. McCollum, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Batum passes to Oturu. Back to Batum. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 5. Cantor kicks to Powell. To end the cold streak. He can't get that one to fall. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Out to the wing. Rondo passes to Leonard. Pass to Oturu. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Leonard. On the wing, Batum. Shot from the top of the key. And it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers have gone 0 of 4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Powell finds Cantor. Here's Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And Those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James, I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Rondo passes to Mann. 1:07 left in the first half of the game. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Covington. There's the triple. Rebound by Norkic. Norkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jones, the pass to Covington. Shoots. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Covington's got his first points in this one.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
To the inside. Oturu, the pass to Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Covington. Sweet little floater. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Showing off the agility and quickness. Covington knows where to get when the break is on.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Oturu. Outside, George. Over Jones. And the Clippers miss again. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the open. And that does it for our half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Count that one. Zubac has got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Clippers.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. Not going to beat Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. George with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. And there it is for him. Zubac has got 6. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Lillard outside. With some arc. Here's Nurkic. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. 6 points for him.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
Right side Jackson.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Jones, the pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. That one goes. Count it. Jones has got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got his second basket.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
And here's George. He's got 7. Out to Morris. There's the pass to Jackson. Morris inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. George, that's a two-pointer. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
A minute 50 left in the third. George looking around. Pass to Kennard. The 3. That doesn't go either for George.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
And Covington stays with it. Covington's got his third basket of the night right there.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Morris kicks to George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Here's Covington. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Clippers.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Here's McCollum. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Jackson against Lillard. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
You know, there's always going to be room in this league for guys like Luke Kennard. He can shoot, he can pass it, and he can put it on the floor.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Simons, the pass to Pop. And it's off from three-point range. Now Kennard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers out in front. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Portland leading by 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Batum. And it's Oturu in at the 5. The Clippers shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. To the wing right side. Here's Mann. Back to Rondo. Passes to Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard, that's for 2. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Leonard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Back to Anthony. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Rondo looking around. Pass to Oturu. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Mann. Three-pointer. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And
and his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Back to Batum. The pass to Rondo. Makes it off the glass. Rondo's got his first bucket in this one.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Simons, the pass to Canner. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And that one's good. Leonard.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Here's Simons. Second chance shot and scoring with the play inside is Cantor. Cantor's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And here's McCollum for three. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Leonard dishes to George. Here's the three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Lillard attacking to the paint. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
George passes to Zubac. Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Covington into the lane. It's blocked, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. 1:35 left in the game. The 9-foot shot.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George displays strong timing and discipline.
Outside Jackson. Plays it up and banks it in.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
Lillard scanning the floor. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Outside, George over McCollum. Misses off the right eye. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Lillard from deep three-point land. They grab their own miss.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver. Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Zubac. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Little with the ball. Three-pointer. And there's Lillard. That's good. And the assist by McCollum. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead. Outside, George. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Damian Lillard, and he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 5.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
The 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Lillard from outside. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There it is, the Staples Center in We are...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Murray the pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
That was terrific!
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Murray outside. To the middle, Jokic. Right side, Gordon. The second chance effort. Porter dishes to Gordon. Shoots over Batum. Gordon against Batum. And another shot. Gordon the pass to Porter. And finally they hit one.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Outside, George. His three-pointers off the mark. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
What a drive to the hoop from Gordon. I mean, he only needs a step or two to take off for those throwdowns.
Barton against George. Outside, Batum. And that one is good from Zubac.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Murray with it. Pass to Barton. Gordon with it. Defended by Batum. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Murray dishes to...
Oh my goodness! That was special.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. On the wing, Batum fires from deep. Offensive rebound, Leonard, and it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Feeds it to Murray. Batum with the steal. Right side, Leonard. He gets that one.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Gordon inside. Defended by Batum. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 12. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Green kicks to Gordon. There's 37 seconds left in the first. Shot clock at 5. Green passes to Millsap, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gordon. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Denver leading by 5. Murray outside. Out to the right wing. Outside Millsap. And McGee kicks to Murray. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Denver Nuggets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Paul Millsap. Also Green out there. Murray out there with JaVale McGee.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Outside Rondo. Back to Patterson. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pass to Jokic. Campazzo. He's covered by Rondo. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Quick reaction that time by Jokic. Very impressive. Good at rolling to the right spot after setting the screen and doing it quickly.
And the pass to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Martin with it, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Jokic with the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Morris finds George. Kept alive. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's the three. Morris, no good. The Nuggets leading by 7. There's a minute 34 left now here in the second. They double him with George. McGee's shot is off. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Patterson, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. McGee dishes to Barton. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Good work defensively by Morris.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The shot from 20 feet away. Porter pulls it in.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Jokic draws the double. Back to Porter. To the inside. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Outside for George. From deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 6 points.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanic. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. And that's a...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Zubac in at 7. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
I mean, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical. This guy up for the board.
Jackson kicks to Batum. Back to Jackson. Outside Batum. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Green comes in for Porter. An even 3-on-3 break. Gordon, the pass to Barton. On the wing, Green. Gordon against Kennard. Good on the shot. Gordon's got 20.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Drills the three-pointer.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Passes it to Gordon. He feeds it to Green. Back to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Murray surveying the D. Outside Millsap. There's the dish to Green. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad, because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
Barton against George. That one falls.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Gordon dishes to Murray. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Gordon inside. Kennard covering. And Aaron Gordon again. Gordon's got 14 points now in the second half. Jackson against Murray. Jackson passes to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Murray outside. Pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake. There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stops working.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Outside, Green. He kicks to Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Nice job that time by Gordon to keep an eye on the shot clock so that he's under control and not panicking as it winds down.
Morris outside. And a miss there on the triple. Lob pass to Gordon. And so it's Denver looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Gordon out there with Murray, and it's Porter in at the three.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Leonard inside. He's against Jokic. Leonard with the bucket.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Gordon finds Jokic. Back to Gordon. Down low. Fires the three. They get the rebound. On the wing, Gordon. Pass to Porter. Back to Gordon. Second chance shot. And the call on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Nobody near George. Misses the three.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
Jokic with the bucket.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Murray against Jackson. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
It's Barton on the wing. Back to Murray. Inside. And Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
And there's the pass to Leonard. The Nuggets leading by 13. Murray with the bounce pass. Gordon against George. Passes it to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Gordon finds Jokic. Unable to get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Count it. Good.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Murray against Jackson. Murray the pass to Gordon. Barton wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Gets it down to single digits. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Denver.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Aaron Gordon.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Pass to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Stolen by George.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
To the inside, Najee, and that one is stuffed right through.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
From outside the arc. And no good that time. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. the Mile High city of Denver, Colorado. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on... And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Little out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Nuggets, they've got Michael Porter. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And here's Portland.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Jokic passes to Murray. Nurkic with the steal. Covington kicks to Little. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Murray left side to the paint. The kick out to Barton. Pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Barton passes to Murray. He can't hit that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. McCollum against Jokic. McCollum dishes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Lillard against Murray. Lob pass to Gordon. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's Lillard. From the arc. With the putback. And Covington stays with it.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Here's Jokic. For 3, Murray. Tries again. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. The dish now to Barton. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Barton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Nice job by Barton as a guard or sometimes small forward to get in there and hustle on the glass.
1:49 left in the first quarter. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Jokic. They recover it.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there.
Portland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for Little. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Campazzo lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Simons. It's McCollum with the drive. Banked in off the glass.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Nuggets trail by 6. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. The pass to Green. Millsap left side. Shoots over Nurkic. Millsap misses.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Here's McCollum. Nice shot from the wing.
And the ball handling right there. McCollum, he's able to get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. On the wing, Gordon. Pass to Millsap. Nurkic with the block. Passes it to Jones. The tray. Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for the Portland Trail Blazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Paul Millsap. He's out there with JaVale McGee. Bill Barton is out there with Gordon. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Jamal Murray in for Barton. Lillard against Murray. Lillard surveying the D. And Lillard gets double-teamed. It's Jones on the wing. And the three off target. The Nuggets trail by 8. Murray with it. No points in the game yet for him. It's up a 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. On the wing, Jones. Right wing. Simons, the pass to Cantor. He had a nice open look right there. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
Good touch on the jumper, especially from mid-range. Cantor hits a high percentage of those shots.
Murray outside. McGee in the corner. To the middle. Murray kicks to Millsap. Back to Murray. Clock at 6. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Murray's got 5.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Portland leading by 7.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Lillard dishes to Cantor, and that one good. 6 points for him.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Lillard against Murray. McGee up top. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Outside for Murray, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Jokic, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Porter passes to McGee. Campazzo goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
54 seconds left to play in the first half. Giles kicks to Little. Pass to Carmelo. And here is Powell. Chalk up two there.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
The Nuggets trail by 9. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jokic. Porter passes to Murray. Now Jokic shoots over Powell. Here's Murray. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Little passes to Powell. From downtown, the wide open shot by Little, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Yusuf Nurkic had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points. And that's...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Giles in at the 4 slot. Millsap passes to McGee. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. McGee's got his second basket of the game.
Got to have a front court guy that can move the ball. And Millsap unselfish on that play.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Five to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. McGee's got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Dishes to McGee. Mark against Powell. Down low. Here's McGee. Lays it up off the glass. McGee's got 6 points in the quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. And the basket by Lillard.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Campazzo, covered by Lillard, kicks it to McGee. to the right side. Dozier passes to McGee, and they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Green, he's checked in for Denver. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Robert Covington's checked in for C.J. McCollum. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Campazzo, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. 1:44 left in the third quarter. It's McCollum with the drive. The wide open look here for Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now a 12-point Trailblazer lead. Here's Clark. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Here's Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the basket by McCollum.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
Here's Dozier, and there's the pass to Green. A nice shot by Dozier. Dozier's got his first basket.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
43 seconds left in the third. Here's McCollum. And it's Denver with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Six on the shot clock. McGee, the pass to Green. Over Anthony. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Green.
They're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Yep, that one goes. McCollum's got 8 points.
McCollum's got such good body contact. He had to have known that he was going to get hit on that play.
And so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Murray, Paul Millsap out there with Gordon, and there's JaVale McGee. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And Jones sends it back. Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Millsap's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Denver. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead early. And the shot goes in.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Now here's Murray. He dishes it to Millsap. Murray, good.
A good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feed.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. McCollum outside. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Gordon to the paint. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Robert Covington, and Enes Kanter subbed in for Jones. McCollum, no good. Kanter kicks to Little. Lillard from outside. Portland with a new 14. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets. First one falls for him.
Kanter is so hungry and has the desire to be an impact player on the glass every night. A very good low post scorer who can rebound at a high level.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Jokic, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. To the inside. And finished off by Nurkic.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Barton passes to Murray. On pass to Gordon. A shot off that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Jokic finds Barton. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth, and he gets it to go.
I just don't think that Jokic is ever in a hurry out there, which helps in that set.
Here is Lillard. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down?
Jokic passes to Murray. Jokic high post, working on Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Gordon with it. Kanter covering. Denver needs to get off a shot. Jokic, no good. Portland leading by 9. Pass to Kanter. Over Jokic, and it's sent back by Jokic. Kanter, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. A 3-ball. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Martin dishes to Porter. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Martin passes to Gordon. Porter in the corner. Back to Gordon. Stolen by Kanter. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Offline with his 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Substitution. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland. Murray surveying the D. From deep three-point range, the Nuggets with another miss. Now Lillard from beyond the arc and then some.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. And with
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Little out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Oh!
Nice. Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Now, here's George. Leonard on the wing. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And the rejection by Zubats. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Batum leading the charge. George looking around. The pass to Zubats. Back to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Simons, the pass to Covington, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Leonard. Back to George. Pass to Jackson. Deflects the pass. And now Portland on the break. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's George. The Blazers getting the bucket. 5 to shoot. Back to Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Leonard missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now Lillard. Inside, here's Little. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And here's George. A minute 42 left here in the opening quarter.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
Lillard scanning the floor. And then Lillard slams it in.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. His speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
54 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside, George. Over Little. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Nobody near Lillard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. It's Jackson with the drive. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He's not the biggest guy on the court, but Jackson doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He'll take a knock as long as he can get his points out of it.
Here's Lillard, and that one hits back iron.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Shoots the 3, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And Jackson using his trademark quickness to...
And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace.
I know that when the main guy...
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the 3 slot. And McCollum launches it from deep. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson looking it over. Pass to man. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. Over Anthony. And it's Portland with the rebound. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate likes hitting his open guys.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Lillard with it. Wide open. Rebounded by Jackson. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
A different look for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Morris, no good.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Lillard outside. Over Rondo, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 6.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Rondo. Feeds it to Morris. To the paint. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Patterson, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's McCollum. 1:49 left to play here in the half. And that one drops. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's McCollum. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. Rondo against McCollum. To the middle. It's tipped. The feed to Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Portland lead.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Rondo passes to Patterson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And I'll tell you, Rondo could teach a class on how to run a pick and roll. He's smooth and crafty.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for McCollum. The rebound by Paul George. McCollum against Batum. Passes it to Patterson. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. And the layup's good off the glass.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
Here's Simons. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have an 8-point lead. Jack. And that does it for our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing here by 8. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George finds Zubac. Back to George. Shot clock at 5. And he lays it straight in. George has got the first bucket of the third here for the Clippers.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
From 13, the shot's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Oh, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control is simply sublime.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Little dishes to Lillard. No good from outside. And for the Clippers, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Now the pass to George. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Jackson. Goes up to the stripe. At the tip. It's good on the putback.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Here's Lillard. He's got 8. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. He has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Zubac, bounce pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. So both teams changing it up here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Lillard against Jackson. From deep. They get it back. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard looking around. Pass to man. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Leonard finds Zubac. Shoots over Cantor. Leonard on the wing. Pulls it up. And that one goes long. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard way outside. And the three ball is good. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
There you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Left side Jackson. Man passes to Jackson. Takes a three. And he's good on the three ball. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Well, it's a matter of pride and a matter of each side trying to seize control of this game right now.
Connects from three-point range.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Lillard against Jackson. Pass to man. Now, here is Morris. He's covered closely, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
So, for the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for Little, and McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Giles the pass to Powell. Now Kanter. Outside, Jones. Powell kicks to McCollum. Trailblazers keep it alive. Kanter, the pass to Giles. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Clippers trail by 9. Outside Rondo, pass to Morris. McCollum against George. And the pass to Oturu. Back to George. Here's man, defended by Jones, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Pass to Powell. Jacks up a three. Here's Giles, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Pass to George. Just 3 on the clock. No good. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. He's out there with Anthony. Nurkic is out there with McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Rondo with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
George finds Batum. Nurkic with the steal. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. A 12-point game. The dish to Patterson. Shoots over Powell. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Norman Powell. Sinks the triple.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Outside, George. Over Little. George, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Lillard from outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
The three from George. Hits it from three-point range.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. Great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And a deep three from Lillard. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Lillard. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony Simons. And it's Powell in for Little. Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 6. It's good.
Oh, and then there's an open man. Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lillard against Jackson. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Portland has possession. Passes it to Lillard. For three. Portland with a new 14. Nurkic finds Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. There's the pass to George. Powell with the steal.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Trailblazers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Powell from deep three-point range. Rebound by the Clippers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Morris inside, working on Nurkic. Outside for Jackson. Nurkic with the steal. From deep, missed. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building. The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Batum, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the 1. Now here's Murray. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Back to George. To the inside. They double him with Barton. And stolen by Barton. Here's Gordon outside for Murray. Denver passing it around. Down low, Leonard with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Zubats against Murray. Stolen by Zubats. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
Now, here is George. Zubats the pass to George. Back to Zubats. Just 5 on the clock.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now, here's Jokic. Here's Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. We've got 1:55 left in the first. Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing, shoots from the corner, pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go. Passes to Barton. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Here's Millsap. Green breaking loose. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Jackson up top. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. On the wing, Gordon. He dishes it to Millsap. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Clippers trail. Jackson with the bounce pass. Pass to Zubats over Millsap. Here's Mann. Martin defending. Moves back up. No good from Zubats. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Kicks it to Gordon. Barton outside. 3 seconds left. And the rejection by Zubats. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Up again.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing
to make the right pass to an open teammate.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had
selfless. I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the two-go. And here's McGee. Following Marcus Morris's three. Millsap trying to get open. The shot's good from McGee.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
On the wing, Morris. The putback. Rebound by JaVale McGee. Here's Denver now. Murray surveying the D. Pass to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Rondo after the Nuggets pick up 2. And here is Murray. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Now, here is Morris. Launches a 3. It's JaVale McGee with the rebound. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 6-point Nugget lead. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from 3-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
And the Clippers have possession after the Nuggets pick up 2. The drive by Rondo. Here's Patterson. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Patterson's got his first points in this one.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Murray for 3. Denver the rebound. The shot comes out. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Rondo. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Murray left side to the inside. Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Rondo. He feeds it to Patterson. Back to Rondo. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 3 from George. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wildcats win again.
Murray with it. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. The pass to Jokic. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Clippers trail by 3. Passes it to Morris. For the 3, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Murray against Jackson. The kick out to Barton. Back to Murray. Count that bucket. Murray's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Up top, Zubac. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson should keep a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Hart.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shots.
Oh,
yes.
Goodness.
You know, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Jackson against Murray. The dish to Porter. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. And George, here we go. It's a hand on it. And the second chance effort by Jackson. He has 6.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Batum passes to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. And it's George again missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Woo!
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
The shot by George, wide open. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
A shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
You have got to be aware of Paul George. He is a knockdown shooter from deep.
And Murray, here we go. This is to Gordon. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Jackson against Murray. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now here's Murray. 8 points for him. He kicks to Porter. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got his second bucket.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Jackson drives in. It's good. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. George against Murray. The shot misses, so the Clippers will take it the other way. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Jackson against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last trip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. And there's the feed to McGee. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Leonard looking around. And that one's good. Millsap. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Rajon Rondo. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Patterson in at the 5 down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Rondo really more creative than given credit. Just has that knack for making defenders have to foul.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. The Nuggets leading by 3. Knocks it loose. Feeds it to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Denver needs to get off his shot. Millsap. Rebound by the Clippers. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. A 3 from Leonard. That shot is off. Murray against George. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Rondo kicks to George. And he makes good on the layup.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Murray dishes to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
The very definition of a high percentage shot. Aaron Gordon, throw it down.
Barton against George. Zubac trying to break loose.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. He can't get it to go. Murray with the defensive effort. Outside Gordon. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Boy, how about the long strides of Aaron Gordon? If he's off the dribble drive, boy, that's a terrifying sight coming at you.
Aaron Gordon at the line for 2.
The free throw drops for Gordon. And both free throws good for Gordon. Clippers trail by 8. Now George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Barton kicks to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Gordon. Back to Barton. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Leonard with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Well, just so good at navigating his way into that painted area. Incredible confidence from Aaron Gordon.
On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Murray. Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Murray against Jackson. And there's the pass to Porter. Leonard with the steal. Jackson passes to Leonard. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Aaron Gordon welcomes the opportunity to be fouled. You cannot be careless with your defense.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
Pass to Zubac. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
to Najee. So we see Denver get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus and showing their both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Porter, and it's small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Offensive rebound.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Murray. And the layup is good. Murray's got his second basket of the game. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Here's Murray, following the score by Damian Lillard. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Covington with the steal. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And it's Lillard missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Here's Jokic. And Jones pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Murray's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Now here's Murray. He's got 6. Here's the dish to Gordon. Back to Murray. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Jones kicks to Covington. Lillard surveying the D. Clock at 6. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Gordon the pass to Murray. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Gordon is one of those guys who loves physical contact. He's really skilled at finishing over difficult defense.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. That one goes in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. .107 left to play in the first quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. Beyond the arc. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. This one for 3. Knocked away. And a wide open look for McCollum, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Murray surveying the D to the paint, and Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Murray.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's Lillard missing. Porter passes to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. No good on the last second attempt there. It's all tied in Portland. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. JaMychal Green is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then there's Paul Millsap. Murray, the pass to Green. The feed to Millsap. Kicks it out to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Powell against Millsap. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Now here's McCollum. Shoots from the baseline. Good. He hits the jump shot. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Inside. Here's McGee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Millsap, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Millsap's got his first 2 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. He gets it in there. Cantor's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
Murray outside. To the inside. And it's McGee with the jam.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's McCollum. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, you know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
So for the Trailblazers, Little comes in for McCollum, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Martin, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Dishes it to Porter. Pass to Jokic. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Powell. Here's Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. From the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Basket counts.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Now the pass to Jokic. Campazzo, covered by Lillard. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Barton, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. And a switcher also for Denver. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Paul Millsap. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Portland, no good that time either. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all three, triple-double like.
Lillard attacking, and it's sent back by Jokic. The 11-footer, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far through the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. And fellas, Jamal Murray is an... And that'll do.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Jones is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Little. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Murray with it. Passes it to Gordon. Back to Murray. Down low. Jokic. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Lillard from outside. That shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And the basket by Gordon.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
The finish was nice, but The setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Porter passes to Murray. To the middle. Down low. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones is running. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Jones. Nurkic has got 6.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Murray dishes to Barton. Murray kicks to Porter. Murray the pass to Gordon. To the inside. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Giles. Collum comes in for Little. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Denver also making some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Jokic. And it's JaMychal Green in for Porter. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Barton against McCollum. Barton passes to McGee. Pass to Murray. Deflects the pass, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Cantor checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. Trailblazers leading by 3. Simons the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Dozier. Now here's Millsap to stop the run. Here's Dozier to the paint. It's deflected. Covington with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Good on the bucket. And it's an 8-point Portland lead.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Kicks to Clark. And the pass to Dozier. Inside. Stolen by Cantor. McCollum outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Dozier passes to McGee. To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Cantor. Up top, Covington. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Crafty move. The shot by Powell, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Feeds to McGee. The layup off target.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here.
And so it's Portland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. Murray finds Barton. Back to Murray. To the middle, Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And it's Jokic in the corner. Count that one. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 250 pounds. It's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt his shot than that one.
And stolen by Barton. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
So for the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Cantor. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for McCollum. And Denver also making a switch. Gordon's checked in. Lillard way outside. Porter pulls it in.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
It's stolen by Anthony. Powell, no one around him. No good on the triple.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Barton passes to Jokic. And they're running. Here's Anthony. Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lillard against Murray. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And Denver with a change here, too. Dozier's checked in.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Gordon dishes to Murray. Gordon the pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon finds Porter. Back to Gordon. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Lillard outside. 1:30 left to play here in the 4th. Now Porter. Here's Gordon. And Jones sends it back. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, sinks the three-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also the ball hawking, the way they come up with the steals, the way they've harassed the ball handler all day, forcing mistakes. They've really done a nice job of taking advantage.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays. And with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Lillard again missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Passes it to Jokic. From deep. Rebound by Nurkic. And now Portland on the break. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
Here's Dozier. There's the three. That one doesn't drop. Here is Lillard. Off the mark. So the Trailblazers win it. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.